Will you fly like a teardrop in the sky?
Take it again.
Your pirate ship can eat a bag of dicks. Your pirate ship can eat a giant bag of dicks. Or Kristoff's gonna take a shit on your fucking lawn. Your pirate ship can eat a bag of dicks. Stupid navigator is an alcoholic, and all your crew look like Lego bricks. You better give us all the money in your treasure chest, or Kristoff's gonna take a shit on your fucking lawn.
Welcome to the complete shit show, and hopefully, I got this on the backup channel. What are we looking at? We're looking at, well, first of all, I'd like to say thank you to Jolson. This entire review is brought to you by him. The Major Peters, the Works, and the bottle of vodka. The Works Bloody Mary mix, made with the Major. Always delicious. I guess we read what's in it while I'm enjoying it anyway. It is very warm today. I've implemented stage 2 in the man cave air conditioning system. Hopefully it's not annoyingly loud. It is over there. Even contemplated I was going to leave the freezer door open and put one of the put the smaller of the box fans mounted in the door of the freezer. I think it'd work. Oof. This kind of looks like a dude with a really nice ass. Okay, this just out of the freezer. Coincidentally, the only thing left in my freezer, because I got rid of Christine's everything goes to the basement to die clean out. We're just gonna start with one of those. You know what? You know, I can tell it's warm down here. The ice maker, I kept knocking the ice out of the way so I'd think that it needs to make more ice so that there'd be plenty. And like I did like an hour ago, because I've been working on stuff down here. And I go over there and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. That was like, this is like all that I could get out of the hopper. Okay, so it's thick like I like it. We'll use the tactical knife. And those that are interested in playing along, I told you I got typical Irish. I got pissed off at Vivint. I haven't told them that I want it disconnected, but I told them I was going to be leaving, and the Simply Safe stuff all showed up, and I installed it all. So if you've ever wondered, when they say Simply Safe, is it really easy to do? Well, let's put it this way. From start to finish, if I would have turned the camera on and documented the whole thing, right now Cobra's going, oh, missed opportunity. It roughly took me an hour to swap out 3 doors, 4 motion sensors, 2 smoke and carbons, the front doorbell. To tell you the truth, the hardest part about the whole thing were getting the individual components out of the little taped bags in the box. So if you're thinking about going that route, I mean, I can't tell you about any of the rest of it as of right now, but installation, super simple. You put the app on your phone and you tell it what you're going to put in. I'm going to do a door. Press the little button on the thing. Recognized it. What do you want to call it? Front door. Okay. Then I peel and stick it. It does come with screws. I may change over. I may add those. You can at any time. It smells good. Cheers. Ice dam. It's pretty good. Digging this already. Should have done this review at breakfast time. What I like, it's a good blend flavor. There isn't like this one particular thing that's like standing out and kicking my ass like that one is like all celery. Just teeming with celery. Let's see, what can I tell you? Ingredients: water, tomato paste. Horseradish is third on the list, yet I'm not getting a really big boost on all of it. Bunch of stuff that's probably bad for you, more stuff that's probably bad for you. Spices including celery, salt, citric acid, sugar, natural flavors, garlic, onion, corn syrup, sugar, horseradish sauce, more water, molasses, more things not good for you, more spices, onions, garlic, more citric acid, natural smoke flavor, polysorbonate, more stuff not good for you, extracts of celery, spice, natural flavors, sodium benzenate, and potassium. More stuff bad for you. Xanthan gum, jalapeno is last on the list, and they tell you that it contains soy and wheat. The works, but it really doesn't tell you what the works is. Mix with your favorite vodka, gin, tequila, or rum. Stir well, garnish, and enjoy. I'm not even sure the last time I've even seen this in a store. I'm gonna have to take a look for it. It's been a long time, and I remember for a long time this was one of my favorites. When I was a pipe fitter, we were working up in Two Harbors, and there was a bar up there that served burgers and pizza, and may or may not Fridays only, of course. Had a little drinky poo with lunch. Okay, freedom of the press. Usher Meyer says, "Good night, King." Good night, sir. Voodoo Ranger half and half. First in is Salty saying, "Oh, the naked path we take." Mr. 27 says, "Agreed." And Malta Gunman says, "The path of redemption is a naked path." Wade says, "What's the name of the opening brew, babe? I need to ask her a question." The name of the opening brew, babe. Yeah. I tell you what, Wade, if I can figure it out, I'll have her give you a call after she cleans up. And of course, a proper snit. Oh yeah, little buddy, and you did not shoot this. There you go, Nihap. Yeah, and Nihap sent me a video. And by the way, I don't remember if someone else sent me that video or I ran across it in the search of the proper pour. The proper pour down the center isn't to agitate it to bring out the bold flavors. It's to agitate it to use up some of these bubbles so that you can drink more without getting gassed out. So you make and I don't know what the deal with this batch of Two Hearted Ale is, but it has been ridiculously, like, I forgot all about it right there. Pulled it out of the refrigerator, popped the top, and it's still foamed up on its own. Art Rogue says, fuck Kamala Harris and fuck Joe Biden.
Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden!
So have you seen the lies and shit that are already they're getting called on? CNN lied about some stuff. The Joe Rogan thing was not Joe Rogan talking about Trump or Kamala Harris. He was talking about Kelsey, whatever her name is. I don't know, you know that chick. There's a scene of supposedly over the weekend, yesterday or whatever, one of Camel Toe Harris's little get-togethers, and they actually it was already been proven that the photograph is mostly AI to enhance the people, so it looked like there was actually people there. Basically, stuff is coming out about all these Trump supporters that are jumping ship and they're gonna go to Kamala Harris. Oh yeah, of course, I believe you, lying motherfucking CNN, ABC, CBS. Yeah, not falling for it. Never have, and I never will. I personally think it's going way bad the other way. Christine still doesn't believe that she's going to end up being the last run because she's going to bomb so badly. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have used that word. Jeremy, I gotta up the ante on the vodka. And more ice would be nice, Mr. Ice Maker. Bazinga. Sub-comment to Art Rogue from Cheapo Gun Guy. I second the emotion.
Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden!
And fuck Kamala Harris. Smile Money says here. Then he says bull. I seen the Zeus intro and thought we were going to have a Matt show. Spokes. Damn, at least half the show was Mattless. Oh, I was to say, did you when he actually appeared? Did you? Gun Glutton. Hey Google, what is a rim job?
According to Wikipedia, analingus is an oral and anal sex act in which one person stimulates the anus of another by using their tongue or lips.
Sounds like fun. Hold on, let me check on my ice scenario. Oops. And Oh, yeah. Knocked over the air conditioning system too. Ooh, look at that viscosity. So everybody having fun? I'm personally just killing some time. Sundays are just sitting around, waiting to be able to go to work tomorrow, because that's what I live for. Just being able to live for that anticipation of being able to go to work. Let's see if you notice a comparison. I would say, if you were to do that test, try a slow pour and then drink your favorite beer, and then do the other one. You definitely it's almost like you almost taste the difference. Without that extra charge of the bubbles, it definitely changes something. Is this the proper setup so that you can drink more all day long? Hey, look. Here, listen. Fresh ice. Okay. Wade, getting old sucks sometimes. I'm sitting here watching the review and I pulled a butt muscle. Wade says to him, getting old always sucks, and pulling a butt muscle is the intro to getting old. Enjoy the rest of your life. And
Macho Biden! Macho Biden! Macho Biden!
and fuck Kamala Harris. Rich Huff says cheers all. Cheers, Rich. Smart Money, my uncle who recently passed learned a few months before his death that he had a son. A few years after World War II and before Korea, while he was stationed in Philadelphia? Surprise. Wow. I guess the question is did he take any time to? Did they meet each other or anything like that? Huh. I think back and I'm pretty sure that someday that there won't be a. Well, let me rephrase. If it was a possibility, there would be only one chance that could have ever been a reality in my life. But highly unlikely, seeing how the whole reason for the dissolution of the relationship is she was 8 years older than me, and her biological clock was running, and she wanted to get married and start having kids. And I was a juvenile delinquent, even more than I am now, if you can believe that. I mean, I just don't know how it turned out with her. She was actually a wonderful person, and I hope it went well. And I'm fully sincere about that. On the last one, on the other hand, I hope she burns in hell for everything she ever did to me and her children and everybody else that's ever unfortunately crossed her existence. So I was doing some more cleaning today, and unfortunately of course I've been told that one of the things that I've been actively looking for, to stop looking for it because it turns out it's not here, but there's still a couple more things that are missing. And the one thing I thought was funny is, you remember back when we had like some board, I don't remember if it was, now I don't remember if it was Poco or who set it up, and the wanted me to be able to spell something out with the ships. And I said, what I don't understand is, I distinctly remember there being something different, or I don't understand, like something's missing here. And then of course I decided to blow it off. And in the process of looking for some stuff, because I did not like the sling on the JP Killer. I wanted something a little heavier and maybe more in tune more in tune to the personality, to go with something more like an authentic military style setup. And this front clasp, like that goes on the Garand, worked great on one of these swivels. But the rear kind of swivel was a fail, so right now it's still a little bit of a work in progress. I took an original swivel that would be on like a A1, A2 gas block, and just ended up putting a ring through it here into my normal modification, where I thread and put the swivel nipple on here. So I need to do something in between these 2 points yet. I'm just not quite sure what yet. And because the one that I threw on here was actually off of Project Overkill. It's probably the weakest, lamest sling of all the slings in the collection. So I was working on this, and I was going through the top shelf of AR parts and miscellaneous shit, and under a box I found another whole bag of ships. And there's looks like, well shit, I see right off the bat, I see 1, 2, 3, 4 aircraft carriers in here. So if we ever want to play some kind of a wicked game involving maybe next time it'll be 5 ships, but it'll be 5 aircraft carriers, or I don't know. It's an option. It seems like lately there's 2, sometimes 3 of you that are even bothering with this. I will still do it because I continue to enjoy it. I mean, this whole thing. I mean, I'm sure I've lost compared to what I used to have for subscribers over at B&E Brew Reviews, I've definitely lost a lot. And again, I am not going to stand here and try to, for even a moment, try to pick what direction that it all went in. Personally, I think it's all a big joke with WokeTube, and it's like I said, I don't need to, I'm not going to stand here and even try to make stuff up, because I've actually had an insider flat out tell me that the Ebomi channel is basically, I don't know if they flip switches or if they put in some code, but several things happen over there. One, you guys may or may not get notified. You may or may not get unsubbed. And the numbers that I see, like, especially what really affects it is if it's someone like an advertiser. And they go, you know what? Yeah, we'd love a gun guy to review some holsters like 1791. I mean, at least someone like Pete understands that. She's hot. At least someone like Pete, Armor Guard holsters. You know, Pete understands. As a matter of fact, it makes me feel really good, because when I'm here, I'm always saying, you know, this is stuff that's coming from me, from my heart, not from bullshit. If I'm not happy about something, you know you're going to hear about it over here. Case in point right now, Vivint home security. I mean, it's kind of like you pick something, a car. You pick your car, and you say you're someone like Wade. You're very mechanical. And if you're not very mechanical because you've gotten old and fat like me, and you just hope that your children, in case in point, me and Wade run parallel on this. His son is a diesel mechanic, and mine is just a mechanic. And you buy a new vehicle, and you're not allowed to open the hood. I mean, you're not even allowed to add a Bluetooth device. But if you do want to add a Bluetooth device, you have to call, wait on hold, and then they will unlock the Bluetooth to be able to hook up a new device. And that's exactly what Vivint's doing. I paid off all of my equipment years ago. It all belongs to me. When I tell them to go fuck themselves, everything that's sitting here is all mine. Unfortunately, not a single thing. Simply Safe. I think it's all proprietary. You know, and that's the one thing that kind of bums me out. One thing that Simply Safe does not have, but I know I can get apps and whatever. But with Vivint, it's Z-Wave. So anything that's a Z-Wave product. Very different companies' doors. Quickset, Schlag. I think there's 2 or 3 different ones. You can go pick a plug-in box that plugs into an outlet, and then it's got an outlet in it, and I have lights hooked to it, so that through the security system I'm turning lights on and off through the security system if the alarm goes off. You know, I'm like, wow, it's like, you know, why not use my own brains? You know, we've never had a real alarm, but we've had false alarms, and so the alarm goes off, and the security company calls, and they're like, should we call the police? And I hand the phone to Christine, and I'm like, if you hear gunshots, tell her yes to call the police. And now I'm going downstairs with my gun with a light on it, and then it dawned on me, hey, I'm just going to program the system, which I'm not going to be able to do with Simply Safe as of right now anyway. Maybe I can put in some suggestions and things will change. But with Vivint, all of my devices, I can program it so that if someone walks onto my porch, because the camera, the doorbell is a camera and a sensor. If someone walks on my porch after 10 o'clock at night, it automatically turns on my living room lights. So if someone was to walk on my porch, the lights all turn on, and that probably will freak them out, and they'll move on. And in the event that the alarm goes off, I have it set to turn on all of my lights in the living room, so I'm not coming down in the dark. That is not an option as of right now with Simply Safe. They personally do not offer a thermostat as of right now, and the one that I have is a Z-Wave style one. It's kind of like the Nest. I'd like the Nest in there. It's kind of like the Nest, but not so. If I want to be able to, like right now, technically speaking, I will be discontinuing my monitoring coverage with Vivint, which means I could still leave the stuff up and still be able to go into that app and turn lights on and off and have it program it. As a matter of fact, the system could still keep functioning as it is. You know, I'll disarm the doors, but set up motion sensors. I mean, I still use all the stuff. It's just simply, if it goes off, it won't be monitored. Now, Matt, if you're listening, I came up with a great idea. Every time that I have had any kind of an alarm at my house and I have not been home, Matt, and I'm not picking on him, no matter how little sleep he has had, no matter what, he answers the fucking phone, and he has come over here like a trooper, and we've done a walkthrough of the house and or locked doors and shit, like the one time that the side door blew open, but we won't mention the other M name that was the last person to touch it. And he took care of everything. Well, I'm thinking you can get an exterior or a secondary alarm. Like when it goes off, I tested it, and the base station is very loud. But you can get another one that you can put, say, outside. I figured I'd just save the call, and I'm going to get one of those exterior alarms, and I'm just going to put it in Matt's bedroom at his house. But yeah, as always, there's always like these pros and cons, but the app doesn't seem as straightforward. Yes, Kev Dog, you know you want to check out a book. The app doesn't seem quite as, maybe not straightforward, maybe that's not the word, maybe it's not as intuitive as the Vivint one. Oh, and I'm not drinking. Another something from Jackie. Here's the Vivint app. Normally it would be basement shop smoke detector has come loose. Yeah, because it's no longer there. I don't even know where I put it. It's black because something's not ready to be armed, but open and close the back door, open and close the front, or lock the front door, arm the system to stay here, arm the system to go away, go over here to control the thermostat, the camera, which is now offline, and turning my lights on and off. That's Vivint. Simply Safe is... Oh, look, Christine came home. The Simply Safe one is it's off. I can arm it to stay. Right now we're in practice mode. I think it has you stay in practice mode for a couple of days. But overall, it gives you the ability to see all of your devices. Like right now, the front door and back door are open. The one thing I may not have a thermostat, but I added a temperature thing, which I could have one down here, I could have one upstairs, I could have one in the safe. And the other thing that the Smile Money would appreciate is I added a water sensor, and I put it over on top of my sub pump. So if the sub pump fails, I will be notified immediately, because the water will rush out and rush past it. But if you're thinking about the Simply Safe, and I wish I could be a paid spokesman at this point in time, I opened the box, put the app on my phone, because I had already paid for the system and everything with them. I already had my account, so my account is in there, and it literally just like, are you ready to add this? Okay, press the little button on top of it. A lot of stuff added itself automatically as soon as you pulled the tab, because there was a protector to make sure that the battery was isolated. So as soon as you pulled that thing off, it said smoke detector, yes. Smoke and carbon detected. What do you want to call this? Upstairs? I have to say, I was impressed. I was impressed. Christine originally said it up. There's only one thing I'm not particularly. I would not. If Christine wants one, that's fine. But at this point in time, there's two of them. I bought two of them. They're $25 a piece, and it's a key fob. Great idea. When I get out of the car and I'm heading to the house, I can hit disarm and I can walk on in. The problem is it's just like all three buttons are exposed: off, home, or away. This thing is never gonna work. I can't keep my keys in my pocket while I work as it is. I'm locking and unlocking when I'm working in the garage. Every time I bend over, I hear the Subaru, the doors lock or unlock because I don't have remote start in there. The Dodge, I've lost track of how many times I've had to go outside and turn the fucking thing off because I bent over to literally take a shit and the truck started. So, for anybody that makes these remotes, especially one like the Simply Safe one, why does it not have some kind of a plastic slider, like a door that slides closed? I mean, it could literally be 3 holes, because if I had the fob down here, you'd understand exactly what I'm talking about. It's just a stick with 3 buttons on it. It could have a slider with 3 holes. When it's slid this way, it covers up all 3 of the buttons. Those holes could be there. When you slide it down a 1/2 inch, it lines up with all 3 of the buttons. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to. Unless they make some kind of a boot or a protector that I could get off of Amazon for this thing, it is going to be completely useless to me because I could put it with my keys. I'd just never be able to have my keys in my pocket. And since how it's Wi-Fi, I'm pretty sure that I could be in another state and press that button. I could be down at Jeremy and Caitlin's or at the fine Jolson estate. I'm gonna go with no comment on this one. There might have been a lack of judgment when it was selected, but technically speaking, they're covered. I think I went with it's the same as the one where she had the 2 splotches of black electrical tape over her nipples. And at the time, I might have really liked it. Wade, Mississippi is constitutional carry except in courtrooms and some government buildings. Banks. Advanced carry covers everything. My daughters got theirs too. Good for them. I personally, I've been telling people for years, if you're a gun person, but you don't think that you'd carry more than 1% of the time, get a Minnesota conceal and carry, because that just adds to the numbers for our cause. It's pretty good. And even with more vodka in it, must be AI. And her forehead's too big. Mike says here, cheers. Cheers, Mike. Smile Money says, Matt wants to tell Colt how to design a 10mm handgun. My guess, they could sit with him and give him his exact customer specifications. He would pick up off the gold platter and say, this is nice, but in my opinion, I wish the barrel would have been 1/8 of an inch longer. I'll just go with No comment. Wink, wink, smile money. Jake the Canine Angel. Trust me, being a neighbor of Eric's is no picnic. I hope the new neighbors own a timber wolf. Then says to him, I hope the new neighbors operate their blinds and don't do sit in front of an open windows, laugh out loud. Guess depends on what they look like, Din. Tom says, hey, Captain, you're looking very dick nozzle-like tonight. I think that's a goal. Bad says, greetings, Captain. Bad, thank you. Then Bad says, you can buy a bolt splitter that will split the nut down the side so they can remove it. But I believe you need the access to the side of the nut to use it. I'm not sure if they make one for your needs or not. You might ask at the auto parts store if they have something to remove the lug nut. Well, I told Tony exactly what the problem was. That I believe the lug nut went on by hand almost halfway, and then locked up solid. And then when I decided to see if the T-bar could tighten it or loosen it, and all of a sudden I just started getting. I don't know. I mean, the worst that he can tell me is that he can't take it off, and it's just going to be 7 lug nuts moving forward. And leave it as is. I mean, what's the other option? They take out a grinder and they cut the new rim, cut the new rim in half, so that that ain't gonna happen. No, I just run it with 7 lug nuts long before I mean, I don't know. He's a mechanic. He's what I call my. Well, let's just say I'm really bummed out that Rob Kennedy has moved from Minnesota. He's been a friend since junior high, and a very good mechanic, and a mechanic that has always made it that even when I paid the bill and gave him an extensive tip, I still felt like I was screwing him over. But he's had scenarios where he's handed me money back, so Rob is a good guy. Tony's a fucking hack. Tony is a fucking complete hack. There is nothing. There is no category where you'd go, he excels in this. Well, not a good category, I'll put it like that. But if a typical mechanic is going to charge you $1,000, and an okay mechanic is going to charge you $500. Tony is charged me $100. So I guess I'll just have to see. I mean, obviously when I drop the truck off, I'll be saying you can see that the lug nut is down inside of an aluminum rim, down inside. You can't get to the side of it to cut it off with a angle grinder or anything like that. So I don't know, maybe they can wedge some shit in it so the lug nut doesn't move and then drill it out or something. I don't know. If I had to remove it, that's the only thing that even came to mind, is shove some wooden shims in, A, so if the bit moved it wouldn't do damage to my rim, and B, to stop the lug nut from spinning, and literally just try to drill it out. And then once you drill down the center of it, you've weakened it, and maybe you can, use a chisel and cut it so that you can break it in half, so at least you can get the tire off the hub. I don't know, man. That's why I don't want to have to pay someone to do this. I mean, every bit about this is typical Eric Irish luck. Hey Eric, my dad can go F himself. can we do a small trade, and you can take a nice set of aftermarket 3/4 ton rims and a really good set of tires that aren't leaking air, and trade. I'll take yours. Okay, your lug nuts don't work on mine. My lug nuts didn't work. I had to buy extra lug nuts and a special wrench to use said lug nuts, and then I had to buy a special wrench and then modify it to get the lug nuts my lug nuts that I put on it. If I sorry, Jeremy. Cheapo Gun Guy, if the path before you is clear, you're probably on someone else's.
Macho Biden! Macho Biden! Macho Biden!
There is definitely some camel lips going on there. Then, of course, and fuck Kamala Harris. Someone's got to come up with a button. Ooh. And wow, there's a lot of you at her. I'm fucking off. 45 minutes. Heaven and Hell Spirits. Sorry, haven't been watching your show lately, but I'm coming in late. Maybe I can score some points for being last. E10. E10 is a miss. Hey, I completely understand. I will never be the person that unsubs or stops watching your content because you're not watching my content. That whole thing makes no yeah, life happens. Life happens. Along with getting notifications. The other day I realized that I was this channel. I try to subscribe to not everybody, like the Ebomi channel. I'm subscribed to, like, say, Stephen Bush, Tardisius, Gunwild, people that I want to be able to get and still I'm getting notified of other it maybe because it's I don't know the reasoning, but yeah, the other morning I sat and I watched everything that was popping up in the subscription feed for this channel, and I realized that Stephen Bush was the only person. Two of his reviews with him and the belly button, aka Jesse, instead of the other way around, Jesse, aka the belly button. I literally have to lately go looking for Tardisius and Gunwild. Oh, and the Ninja has even been getting stifled because I believe that Gunwild, the Ninja, and Tardisius all have one thing in common. I believe they're all doing at least 2 videos a week. I keep saying that I want to do it, but I just get busy and then it just never happens. The Blade video showing a knife, and the trigger pull. Was it Trigger Pull Thursday? And shit, I got plenty of content for that. Fuck, I'm a trigger fucking snob, and everybody knows it. I mean, shit, I might as well just lead with the Mosin. Last time I checked that, it wasn't even 3/4 of a pound. Huber. And now we can add like the Ishapore to that. And no, I might even have to take a mental illness day sometime this week, and me and David, I know he doesn't like rifles, but he can sit and smoke. He can sit and smoke and eat donuts while I shoot. And Smile Money, I'm still waiting. We are on day 4. And sometime this month, once again, I've been told by the camera company that my long range shooting cameras are going to be here this month. I fought the urge. I didn't do it. It's my money. I took the higher road. I did not email him back saying, wow, I've fucking heard this before. Summer's gonna be over. Summer's gonna be over. I know, Smile Money, you're probably right now if you're typing. It's kind of hard to bitch about it when I haven't been out shooting anyway. But if I would have had the cameras a month ago, it would have definitely, between you and the cameras, it would have been a push to at least take a... Shit, I would have taken a day off in the middle of the week. I had gone up on the weekend. I would have done whatever to at least do round 100 yards. 100 yards with the... 100 yards with him. 100 yards with the JP. 100 yards with the Mosin. And I don't want to take a shit ton of stuff out because then I run out of time. But I really would like to see a head-to-head with me on the same day, same conditions, shooting the 24-inch and shooting the GRG manufacturing, because that is supposed to be like the best of the best from them. Bolt carrier, barrel, but I really do get a tickle pickle every time I even look at the 24-inch. I've put so much gold on that thing, not color-wise, just trying to make it a long-range 5.56, if there's such a thing. Heaven and Hell Spirits again. Hello, everyone. I hope everybody's having an awesome time on a Saturday night. My dog is sitting out there watching the traffic. Cool, cool. Mr. 27 says 24th. Just missed it. Then he says, intro Aussie Brew Matt. Then he says, captain of the USS Brewbomi show. Then he says, Multi 357, man, not here. Yeah, you're late. Whoa, started getting dizzy staring at her tits. Multi-Gunman says, I'm here, I'm late, so what? This 27 says, at least you showed up, bro. And he says, thanks. Then Mr. 27 says, now grab your 357 or a 12 gauge and drive to the captain's basement. And then basement pops, of course. And Multi-Gunman says basement pops are the best pops. And then Miss 27 says to him, haha. Yes. Just, yeah. Cobra says, what is your favorite Star Trek movie? Cobra. Am I just passing the buck by saying whatever one of the latest ones is my favorite? Shit. If I'm supposed to go old school, I like Khan. The motion picture sucked dicky poo. Just fucking sucked. I went to the theater to see that. No, just sucked. I like some of the old ones, Generations, Insurrection, First Contact. I thought, like passing the stick happened with Generations. First Contact I thought was pretty good. Of course, the Repop. I like to say that is it the special effects have gotten better, or is it that I really liked Star Trek, the Chris Pine, it's been like a long time now. Was it 19 or 16 for that? Into Darkness and Beyond. Into Darkness, I really like Cumberbatch. So of the three newest movies, I'd probably say that maybe he's number one. but it was really cool to see the repop and the building of the characters, and like, you know, being able to play just the replacements for all of everybody that we originally liked. Yeah, wow. The what? See, Cobra. This, first of all, he sent me this picture, but just the universe intermingling right there. That's wow. If you're gonna like to watch that happen in real life, I guess if you were just gonna like nail it down and I just had to answer, like, I'm gonna take your entire Star Trek collection and you only get to have one movie forever, I don't know, I suppose I'd keep Into Darkness. I mean, I like the effects and I like everything, and I realize that that's like a poor decision because it doesn't have the original group. Well, you know, some of the repops though, at least we got Leonard Nimoy before we lost him. I like all of them. For a long time, my favorite one was whatever the newest one out was, and the one that I liked the best before that was the one that just got toppled by the new one. It's not really a fair question, Cobra. I feel that I have to take the fifth on this, but if I'm just going to be forced to, probably Into Darkness. Yes. Seems like a lot of gap going on there. So, I mean, not like a bad thing. Cobra says, Wyoming's constitutional carry. My state also issues concealed carry license, so we have the reciprocity when traveling in other states. Well, except for the communist states like Minnesota. They don't recognize the reciprocity. Yeah, it is bullshit, and I won't. I mean, this is what happens. This is what happens when you have to deal with a fucking communist, socialist, democratic, libtard area. Help find a cure for liberalism. Everywhere that Democrats go and seize on power, it all goes to shit. I mean, look at where if gun control works, people, then explain Illinois and California and Washington, D.C. area. You're fucking idiots. You liberals are fucking idiots. And I'm going to go with kind of like I never even thought about it as heavy until I heard about it when a Russian general said, "Why we will never have a land assault on the United States of America. They don't fear our military. They don't fear our military at all. They fucking fear us. Because we have guns. Never allow them to take your guns. I'll be a criminal. I will disappear. I will be gone by dawn. If it ever turns to the point where they say that guns have become illegal to be owned by common citizens. Our founding forefathers were very smart people. It wasn't just our government that they knew. They knew our government needed to fear us, but it's quite. I mean, even Japan, exact same thing. Why they never planned an invasion on the United States of America? Because there's a fucking gun behind every blade of grass. You got that fucking right. between an invading army, and now look at all this shit that's coming out about the gun, but some of the firearms that are being found on some of these innocent people coming across the border. No, it's part of an invasion. And the Democratic Party and the Biden administration and Kamala Harris are all behind it. I mean, only a retard would possibly look around and go, you know what, the last 4 years were fucking great. Let's vote for Kamala Harris. She did such a great job for us for the last 4 years. Fuck yeah. You have to be one of the most uninformed losers in the United States of America to even consider voting for Kamala Harris. Oh, but she's a black, wink wink, black female. Oh, thank God. I mean, let's vote based on her fucking gender and the fact that she says she's black. Well, then she said she was an Indian. And then let's rip on Trump for being 100% correct. I played you the video. She said she's Indian. She didn't say anything. They weren't cooking up some fucking crawdads and cooking up some chicken and having some watermelon. That's not what she was doing on that cooking show. That's because she didn't say. She said she's Indian. Sorry. All about division. Right down to our Olympics. To me, the Olympics is the world getting together. And all of a sudden, this year, transgender, homosexual, fucking mentally ill pieces of shit with their fucking balls hanging out, with young children standing right there, and then let's have a guy beat a woman in the face until she gives up? Yeah, we're bringing this country together. They don't want us together. As long as we're fighting with each other, they're busy fucking you right in the ass with a cactus. These people need to go. They need to go to hell, and they need it to be soon. And that's why they fear Donald Trump, because he's going to not only show them the doorway to hell, but give them a little boot. Poco, another good song. Shit, what did I even use?
So pitted like that.
My girl likes to drink whiskey. My girl likes to drink wine. My girl likes to drink beer and scotch, bourbon and moonshine.
Yes, it was, Poco. Yes, it was. Poco says the one girl is watching tonight. Oh, God. Poco says, you take the spindle nut off, then pull the wheel off with the rotor. See? I was wondering if... I never got it to come off, but it does appear that the fake looking center is just a plastic cap that pops off. So, okay, thank you, Poco, thank you. Mrs. Poco Loco, cheers from the one female. Boom. Thank you. And I'm not going to stand here and apologize for who I am, and what I like. I mean, I would say be concerned if behind me was a whole bunch of screenshots of penises. Because, no, never going to happen. I like girls. But if you're Poco's significant other, then I already know that you're either A, cool as hell, or B, there's something wrong with you, and which means either way, we can be friends. Thank you, Mrs. Poco. EMT. I-H8, that YouTube steals my comments, but I'll lob that blob again. Hit the button. H8. Are you sure that's H8 is a miss? Somehow I thought we'd be aiming at something else, but...
Watch your body! Watch your body! Watch your body!
Oh yeah. Oh God, look at all this ice over here. Shit, yeah. Yeah, I know it looks like you're looking at the lips, but I think what you're seeing is actually the sparkles on her outfit. Poco, yeah, or Poco. Jeremy, yeah, I know, but I'm just I got some shit that I'm wow, look at the big puddle. Look at the big puddle from the wow. Meanwhile, it's marinated all the way back to I don't think who the hell put stuff in here? Wow, that's where that went. Well, shit. Okay. I guess I had a frosty glass. Oh, look, Fireball. Fucking A, awesome. Yeah, no. What else is in here? Huh. It's like a big old ice penis. I'm pretty sure because of the ice buildup, I do not have enough room for the Pinnacle bottle in there. We'll put that in front of the fan. Maybe it'll make it colder. Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice, my vodka is sweating. I think after this one I'll be able to give a fair analysis. And we'll need to get out of here too. Sure. Yeah, I may not have olives or beef sticks, but we do have hot cheese. Small Money says, wow, I guess if I would have paused for effect to read one more, He says, my memories of the prior Olympics where they were always to bring the entire world together. Not this one. They decided to use them to cause division and controversy. Yes, very sad. And fuck France. Smile Money, you weren't able to afford to go to Christopher's wedding, so you were so bummed you had to go out and buy some habanero cheese. In what universe does these two stories blend together? No, I was sitting there thinking, God, I'm not going to be able to go to Christopher's. I should buy some cheese. That's how it went. It was really sad. I was weepy. I'm better now. Sharky says, cheers all. Matt, Surfer, Dude, intro, laugh out loud. Here we go. Sharky says, B7. Bravo 7. B7 is a miss. Does this mean we're almost done? Oh, yes. Sharky says, SH, snack bar outro, laugh out loud. Just looks like it'd be so fresh and clean. I'd buy that for $1. A little bit more mystery, but probably still okay. Din says, take a sip of some kind of a liquid. Which, now I got shit stuck to my foot. And last comment, 2 hours and 12 minutes ago from Usher Myers, good night, King. Good night, good sir. Okay. What do I think about the Major Peters, the works? I think it's pretty damn good. If you find it in your area, and if I've ever said anything like, like the Mamas or whatever the hell it was, that one's probably the favorite right now. This is up there. Both the Major Peters are very drinkable, without going. Without the train coming off the tracks after, say, you have the second one or something like that. How does it compare with the original? I would say I'd probably like them both about the same. They just offer a little bit something different. This one's very blended. It just doesn't have like one thing that comes out and like kicks your ass like some, and I'm actually really liking that part of it. Yeah, I would definitely grab another bottle of this, stock up on this. So, I guess on a number, that last one was a 10. I'd give the Works a 9. A 9, yeah. Three, technically 2. Rich says, cheers, clubbers. Cheers, Rich. Bad says, greeting, earthlings. Take me to your leader. And then he says, howdy, clubbers.
Macho Biden! Macho Biden! Macho Biden!
And fuck Kamala Harris. Actually, it'd be kind of interesting to mix this 50-50 with the filthy. Okay. I hope to see you tomorrow. It's Monday, my favorite day. After having to just feel useless 2 days, actually get out of here and go do something tomorrow. So cheers, stay safe, and yeah, and don't mat.